Hi there, Andrew Caresi is here with Audiobro. What you just heard was a simple music example using only Eternity Expanded. But what is Eternity Expanded, and how does it differ from its parent library, Eternity Adult Choir? Eternity Expanded opens up new sonic possibilities with ribbon microphones, and a new feature we are calling Array Divisi that can help with the most demanding and intricate choral writing. Okay, let's get started. So, Array Divisi patches, what are they? I think I can best describe them with the help of this diagram. When we recorded each section of the choir, we placed an array of microphones in front of the singers with carefully chosen polar patterns. This allowed us to capture the singers in front of each microphone in exquisite detail while rejecting most of the sound from the other singers. After a lot of meticulous editing, what we are left with is 4-part divisi within each of the choral sections, or up to 16 splits within the entire choir, all with dedicated panning and outputs when desired. Let's listen. Array A, Array B, Array C, Array D, and all of them together now. Now let's listen to some sustained ahs. It may be easier to differentiate the singers. Array A. Array D, notice how much more vibrato it has. Array B. Array C. All of them together. Of course, you can layer these with the ribbon mics and the other mics in the main library. Each small group of singers in front of their respective microphone can be panned any way you'd like. Notice the separation of the voices as well as the intimacy of the sound. Now, it gets even more interesting when you start playing with the stage. You can move each mic around and get the balance you want. The close mics can sound like they are in a cathedral, except with a much more intimate divisi voice sound, rather than a big section. You can even remove 1 or 2 or 3 mics from the patch to mainly hear those 3 or 4 singers in front of the mic. Another very cool thing you can do is swap the singer's order in the divisi engine. What this does is put different singers as the top voice or the second or third or fourth voice in the auto divisi engine. Listen to how in this passage, a certain singer projects more than the others when singing the top line. This singer had an amazing instrument that could really project. Let's listen and pay special attention to tenors A coming out of the left speaker. They're singing the top voice, and one of the singers projects more than the others. Now let's assign tenors A to the bottom voice and swap around the other voices. We'll put tenors D at the top, tenors C on the second voice, and tenors B on the third voice. You'll notice now that the top voice is being sung by tenors D coming out of the right speaker. Let's listen. Quite a difference, right? That's the kind of control you have with Array Divisi. You can even send each microphone to its own channel on your workstation using this drop-down menu. In the musical demo Farewell, I used the Tenors Array Divisi patches to give extra intimacy to the humming. All the other patches were from the main library. It's really great to have this kind of creative flexibility. Okay, now let's talk about the ribbon mics. The ribbon mics are a pair of mics that were placed roughly between the close mics and the Decatree stage mics. but at a fairly wide distance. This gives you a wonderful stereo spread with that sought-after ribbon sound. Let's listen. Just the men? And the men an octave higher. Now just the women? And an octave higher. You'll notice that the stereo image is different than the other microphones because of their placement and the lack of a center mic, like in the case of the Stage Decatree mics. It's a great alternative to the other mics. Well, I hope this helps. There are a lot of things you can do with Eternity, and we hope you will enjoy the added sonic possibilities and detailed Divisi writing made possible with Eternity Expanded. Thanks for listening, and take care.